Okay. How did you transition from fur coat to?
He went on the ship, and
after he got off the ship, he learned what they call the fur trade, where he learned how to cut and sew.
What was the name
in England
for what your mom did though? What was the name she did?
Furrier.
Yes, furrier, but
That's what they call them, furriers.
Okay.
So at that time, mink coats and all these coats were very, very in. Everybody wore them, and they're very expensive. You know.
yeah.
They were
So,
in vogue.
Anyway, he was building it up, and then he opened up his own company. And the only reason I know that is I used to. He lost everything in the Great Depression.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that was, 20s or 30s, I'm not sure when that was.
I think that's right.
And when I was growing up, there used to be boxes and boxes of invoices and statements, and they had Cantor company, and they had some address in the city. I couldn't tell you where it was, but he actually had a company, but it went out of business. But he had all these the invoices and the statements, and I used to play around with them as a kid, writing phony invoices and writing up statements, and that's what sort of got me interested in accounting.
Yeah.
Working on those invoices and everything.
Wait, backtrack a little bit. I just want to know, how did he decide? This is the part I'm unknown about. How did he go from Ukraine to England?
He jumped a ship.
So was there?
What does it mean to jump a ship? Does that mean
Yeah.
get
Got
one?
on a ship, yeah. Just
Not jumping off a ship.
No, to get on.
So
Get
why
onto a ship.
London? So was it to London or to England?
It was to England, but I don't know. Ukraine. Where would he go?
Yeah, I just wonder why he chose London.
That's
why not
probably
America,
the closest port. I mean, Ukraine is not, I don't think it's a seafaring port, so you had to go across the countries to get and then get to the coast, because Ukraine, I don't think it's on the coast.
He didn't know anybody in London, or did he?
I think yes. I think he had family had already gone over before him.
Maybe there's rivers. Like there's a river in the middle of Ukraine. There's the Black Sea.
Yeah,
But there's this river that's in
Or
Kiev.
family there.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm trying
and
to
it looks
figure out,
like it goes
family.
through Belarus,
Okay, so who's he still married to? He's
Poland.
Sarah.
Sarah, and Sarah was English.
No, she was born in Moldavia, and which was at that point, it had joined, it was a separate country, but it was part of Romania. But I mean, you're looking at countries where you can walk across from one country into the next.
Andrew Nyman did a bunch of you have.
So-
That would be a long boat.
Yeah.
There are rivers that can take
Yeah,
you
but
from
he had
Ukraine
to get on a regular ship
So where
to
did
get
he
to
meet
England.
Sarah? Just curious.
It was an arranged marriage.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Well, that was a detail that was good to hear.
Do you know anything about that or no?
Yeah,
But it was arranged,
yeah, it was arranged.
and Sarah is biological.
She was my grandmother.
She's blood.
Mm.
Yeah, she was
She's
my
blood to
grandmother.
us. Okay.
My mother's mother.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, the boat could have gone from Kiev down to the Black Sea, and then from there it would have taken your boat cruise.
Done, Danny.
I have a feeling he went overland. Don't think he went cruising, and would have landed on the east coast of England, but it could have been anywhere, any of the ports there.
So Philip and Sarah had your mom,
Leah?
Yes, my mother.
and what did she go? Did she go by Lily, Leah? Because I
Her
remember
real
saying
name-
Lily,
No, her real name was Rachel Lear,
Rachel, Leah.
and she went by Lily.
Yeah, I do remember the Lily,
And
but I
Will.
didn't know how you got Lily from Leah and Rachel.
Yeah,
But her first name is Rachel.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go by Rachel?
I don't know.
She didn't like
Your
it?
father
Maybe?
called her Lil, though, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
But anyway, so somehow he got to England.
Yeah.
And got into the fur business, and then got his own company, which went out of business during the recession, depression. He was still in the business because in the house we lived, we all lived together in the same house. So, like my grandfather and originally my grandmother lived in the bottom area, and the middle area was like a workshop where it was full of furs. I mean, furs piled up to the ceiling. And so they had sewing machines there, and my mother and my aunt, her younger sister, they
Kitty?
used to, pardon?
Kitty?
Mari.
Mari.
They used to cut the furs and sew them and make them into coats. And so with him.
Mm-hmm.
So as you walked in the front door, so went off to the right. That was their workshop, and it was a huge dining room, really, but probably about the size, probably a little bit bigger than this, the whole bottom here, and that was where they were making fur coats.
Wow.
It was interesting, but it wouldn't be good for anybody with allergies.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was fur flying literally. But my mother always used to say she could look at a coat and say, "That's junk," or "That's a good one."
Like it's fake or not? Like
No,
real?
it was how it was put together. For example,
Like the ones you said, the silver.
yeah, the leftovers.
They
So
probably
when they
didn't have the chemically made ones.
when they cut up
Like
fur,
strips or
okay,
something.
Mm-hmm.
Like patchwork.
then the full piece is the most expensive part, and in order to do that, they have to trim and get pieces off. Well, they use those strips, the pieces, to make another coat, which is really, it's like, how can I describe it? It's patchwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be patchwork.
Leftovers.
So, you know, my mother, I remember being with her one time, I said, "Well, that nice one." She said, "No, it's junk." So not words to that effect,
You can see that.
because it was
Yeah.
the patchwork of the strips,
Mm.
because they actually
We
put
would
them
look at
together.
it as a
It was,
design.
I watched them
Oh,
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd say, oh, that,
Um,
that's intricate work.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so